Hi, and welcome back to Master Debatin'. I'm your host, Justin Jackson, and today we have one of the biggest debates of the season. Today we talk about the importance or unimportance of going to class in college. In this corner, representing all the skippers and the flunkers around the world, we're surprised he decided to even show up to this debate. Louis Levanti. Louis, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, but I'm actually pretty tired. I didn't really want to come.
Are you excited to be here?
No.
Okay. Well, in this corner, fighting for the students who try way too hard in class and willingly show up, we're also surprised she even showed up today. Paritha Desai. Paritha, how are you today?
I'm here because I'm always here.
True, true. Okay, let's get right into this debate, shall we? All right, Paritha, I'm going to start with you. Why do you, right off the bat, why do you think it is better to go to class rather than skip?
Well, you know, in the morning when I get up, my alarm rings at maybe like 8 o'clock, and I'm so excited to go to class. There's nothing else I'd rather do at that moment than get out of bed and get ready, especially when it's, you know, cold outside. It's very refreshing to get out and drive to school.
Yeah, definitely.
There's nothing else I'd rather do than be here.
No, exactly. And so what's your rebuttal to that? Why is skipping better than going to class? I mean, she said, you know, there's nothing else she'd rather be doing, like going to class. What do you have to say?
Well, I think when you go to class, you're only getting one thing done. Whereas if you stay home and skip that class, you can get a multitude of things done. You can sleep in, you can shower longer, you can, you know, get ready at your own pace, you can eat a nice healthy meal, you can maybe do other work, probably not. You can also catch up on your greatest shows. There's so many things that you can do skipping class.
But what really are you getting done? You could wake up maybe like 30 minutes, an hour beforehand, shower and eat and all that stuff. And then you could go to class and do your work after. And you'd learn at the same time too. If you're skipping class, you're not really getting, you know, what the professor's going to teach you or the experiences you're supposed to get, right?
I think you can make up for that by going to at least one class. I don't skip every single class, but I skip most of them. And I think if you go to one, you get all of that in one sitting. And I think that's all you need.
Right.
Okay, well, in terms of, like, you kind of said, like, oh, you can have that, like, healthy snack or whatever, that healthy meal. You know, let's get into, like, really the health aspects of going to class versus skipping. Sometimes you need that mental health day. You know, you're skipping. You know, you can really catch up on yourself and really do you. You know, how do you feel about skipping as far as the health aspect of things?
You know, I think I just need some me time. You know, I think that's a big part of it. I'd rather come to a class, you know, like broadcast performance, you know, well rested with no bags under my eyes, knowing I'm going to be on camera and I just look fine, rather than, you know, waking up extra early, not getting enough sleep, and just looking like a zombie and getting on camera. I feel like that's affecting me.
Isn't coming to class every day, you know, feeling tired, maybe a little stressed out, isn't that all a part of the college experience too? You know, after you graduate, you're not going to experience that at work. You know, you go to work, you come home, and you're done. In college, it's different.
Yeah, I mean, I think the college experience is much more than that. I feel like you should still focus on your health over, you know, the college experience. But, you know, sleep is super important to me, and I wouldn't have to see anybody that I don't want to see, or like I can, you know, just not be bothered with work that I don't want to do. And I think that's an important aspect of skipping class, because I'm, you know, less stressed than everybody else, and I think that puts me above them.
Well, I'd say for me, my grades are the most important thing to me, and if I lose out in participation points, that's like a drop from maybe to an A minus or a B plus or like a B, which is like drops you down your GPA a ton too. Do you really want to do that to your grades?
Yeah, so let's talk about that. That's a good transition point. Like, you know, the whole you know, going to class, you know, you're obviously here to get an education. You need to, you know, focus on your grades, make sure that you're going to graduate on time. So, you know, that 10% of like a participation grade, usually on every syllabus, you know, you risk that when skipping. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think 10% isn't as much as people want to make it out to be. And, you know, if I go to one class and get all my participation, I won't lose all of that 10%. And I think, you know, that'll bring me around to like an A minus, which is not horrible if you average that across all the classes. An A minus is great. You're getting the degree. You get a degree with the C's. But I don't know. I just think participation isn't as heavily weighted as everything else.
Well, if your parents are paying for you to go to college, why would you skip out on classes? That's like, what, over the course of the semester, like a couple $1,000s down the drain, right?
Hey, I'm going to be broke anyway, and I'm going to get that college experience, and I'm going to use my 2 absences in every class plus more. And especially, you know, like the teachers that pass around like the attendance sheet as if I don't have friends in the class that'll sign me in. I just think, you know, there's a lot of ways around a lot of the things that you're bringing up.
Well, I'm more truthful than that.
Oh
You know,
God.
Honestly, some of the richest people are dishonest, and I think I'm going to make some good money.
Okay, well, we're not. Okay, I mean, we can get into that if you want.
Sounds like an
You know,
ethical
you seem to think that
debate.
you're going to be very rich not going to class. You know, I'm sure you'll be just as successful going to class. In the long term, career-wise, which is better for you? You know, you get that strength of knowledge every single time you walk into a classroom. You're meeting new people, that sort of a thing. You know, we'll start with you, Preetha. What are the benefits in your career?
So in your career, you're going to need all these skills we learn here in class, right? You need to know how to work a camera, how to be in front of a camera, how to operate a soundboard. Where are you going to learn how to do that?
You know what?
Your rebuttal?
I'll end it here. I'm exhausted. I've been going to school for how many years? I'm done.
Will you just be unemployed?
No, I'll get a job. I just won't go to school.
Okay.
All
see.
right. Well, wow, that ended differently than I thought it would. But that's all the time we have right now. Thank you both for joining me today. Next time, we will be debating the controversial topic of salsa or guac. But there won't be a next time because we're finally done with this class. Thank you. Have a great day.